Right. Let's talk about something, eh? So, I think there is a bit of a misconception, right, in what being wealthy means. Like we are fed such bullshit on social media, right? And I'm a victim of it too, that we have I think a one-sided expectation of what it means to be wealthy. And I'm not just talking about money. Like, listen, money is great and all, and it buys a life of freedom, a life of full control. But I think there's other factors that contribute to a wealthy life. I think there's other things in life that need an equal amount of effort to obtain that life of wealth. I'm talking about family, I'm talking about faith, I'm talking about community. You know, for me, if I must picture it, this is my personal opinion, so it may differ. For me, the flashy cars and all of that stuff doesn't really appeal to me as much as it once did. When this whole red movement pill stuff came around, with the Andrew Tates and all this, like, I was for it too. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna get filthy rich, fucking have 50 cars and 3 girlfriends, 5 girlfriends, whatever it was. As I've gotten a little bit older, I mean, I'm not that old, but I've come to realize that it's not worth it, right? And I think, like, yes, enjoy yourself, have a little dabble in materialistic things, but having a family, a wife that you can depend on and she can depend on you, and it's a tight bond where you guys coexist and, have this harmony of the beautiful side of masculinity and the beautiful side of femininity, because there is that difference, right? They work in harmony to provide a household that is incredibly wealthy, right? And rich in love and someone that has your back. And then the kids, right? They are a literal mini you know? And I don't think that love that you have for your kids can be replicated anywhere else. Your faith as well, to have Jesus as your number one, to always have faith in God and trust that He has that plan for you, and trust that everything that happens to you is for a reason, and understanding that God will never put you through something that you cannot handle. He knows your limits more than you do, and there is a reason why you are going through it. So, you know, having that ability to not question His ways, but understand them in a way of like, okay, I understand you're putting me through this for me to learn something, for me to be a greater version of myself, right? I prayed to God a while back. I'm like, listen, man, I want to be a strong man, a provider, someone that I can be, that person that can be a rock for my family. And strength is not what I got. It was opportunities to prove I am a strong man, a courageous man. And He stripped me from a lot of relationships. He stripped me from a lot of connectivity. I was isolated. I was broke. I was eating 2-minute noodles for 3 weeks straight. But I had no fear, no anxiety, no worry, because I had faith that this is His plan and this is what I am meant to go through. And then the next thing is, community, having your people. I've been privileged in my short span of life. I've met 3 of my very good friends to this day that I have no question of loyalty, and we all have a very similar mindset, and we'll push each other and challenge each other and motivate one another and have, they call it them 3 a.m. friends. If I were to call, they're there for me, like no questions asked. There's no questions, what happened. It's just like, no, I'm here for you. You need a shoulder to cry on, I got you. So all of these things combined, I think, is what makes a wealthy life, right? And I think that money just buys the opportunity to create more time to focus on those other aspects of life. The ones that actually make a life a life. if you get what I mean. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents, eh? Boom.